coming to you from my home office in my car in Twin Falls, Idaho. Hey guys, it is Friday. It is the day after the 4th of July, and I thought I would come live and do a little Q&A live stream to see if anybody has any questions about live selling, digital marketing, how to get more leads and sales into your business, and things like that. Now, I know it's Friday and it's like mid-morning. There may not be a lot of people on right now, but that's okay because I'm here to give you guys value and answer any questions that you guys might have. So I titled this live stream, what would it mean to you to go live and get more sales, right? So if we haven't met yet, my name is Sunny. I am the author of the book, Live Selling Secrets, the top secret formula to 10x your physical product sales online. And it is available over on Amazon if you'd like. And I wanted to come live today because I am part of a rolling case study. If you've never heard of me, or if you haven't seen my channel, in 2019, as a digital marketer, I reached out to someone who was selling glass pumpkins, like glass pumpkins on Etsy. And as a marketer, I decided to try and see if I could get a quick win or get a small result for the client. Well, we ended up accidentally and over time on purpose scaling him to over $1 million in sales in the last 4.5 years, whatever, since 2019. So live selling has been the primary method for us to be able to get the leads and sales and grow his community and crush it. And it is the backbone. If you'd love to hear the full story, it is extensively dialogued in my book, Live Selling Secrets. But basically, I wanted to come live and say that it's not just for people like Keith or, people who are just have some, there's a lot of people out there struggling who want to know how to get more leads and sales online, okay? So it is my goal as a live selling coach to help you guys say the right words at the right time. So if just coming in, like you're probably confused, I haven't been live in a long time. I haven't put out a whole bunch of content. I am refocusing my efforts and dedication onto my channel here at Live Selling Secrets and Online Sales Funnel Academy. It's one of my brands. I do have a digital marketing agency here in Twin Falls, Idaho, where I work with a handful of small clients, and I do all sorts of different things for them. So I am a ClickFunnels funnel builder. I mean, I'm not officially certified, but I make funnels in ClickFunnels. I create webinars. I script video sales letters. I teach people how to stand and talk and what to say to get the sale. In fact, I have a second book that's only $20 over on Amazon if you're interested. It's a chapter that was taken from my larger book of Live Selling Secrets. It's called What to Say, Why to Say It, and How to Say It. And it is literally all the scripts that you would use if you're going to be selling physical product like QVC, only different, on social media. So over the past 4 or 5 years, I have gone live anywhere from right around 400 times, okay? So the funny part is I just wasn't doing it over here on YouTube. I cut my teeth on YouTube, getting started, being comfortable in front of a camera, but then I started going live 3 times a week over on Facebook, and I wasn't over here on necessarily on YouTube. So you might see, if you go through my older stuff, you'll see some of my, me kind of learning how to figure out how to be on camera, so on and so forth. But now I can honestly say I am the live selling expert, and I help people, all sorts of people, sell their physical products, right? So I've worked with gift stores. I've worked with people who are trying to sell furniture. I've worked with people who are just trying to sell a vehicle. Maybe they're just trying to list a vehicle for sale in the Facebook marketplace, right? I'm an expert at that. Like, I am all types of selling, but specifically live selling is my niche that I'm really good at. So what does that mean exactly for you guys? So drop a comment down below if you're watching this on the live or the replay. Let me know what, I always ask people, what do you sell? Who do you sell it to? And like, where do you sell it from, right? So for an example, last year or 2 years ago, I was talking to a chocolate company in Chicago, and they are already a very successful chocolate company. They've got an online presence. They've got, you know, a huge email list. You know, they've got returning customers. They have a brick and mortar. They have a storefront where people can walk in and buy their chocolate. But they were looking to add live selling as an additional method to get more revenue into their business, right? So it is especially powerful if you already have an existing audience of either email, you know, maybe you've got a Facebook page, maybe you've got a abandoned Facebook page, and you've got a bunch of people on it. And let's say you're selling physical products, but you've got physical products, but you're like, I've got this Facebook group over here or this TikTok channel over here, but I just don't know how to monetize it, right? That's where I would come in and we would talk, and I would help you figure out the best way to go live in such a way, because there is a right way and a wrong way. And what is so funny about my testimonial, primarily dealing with glass pumpkins, is that I've had people fall on, on both sides of the camp. I've had some people say, well, of course you're successful. You were selling live pumpkins. And then I've had the other side of that argument is, have you ever tried to sell a live glass pumpkin? Because there's no official, it's not a necessary item, right? It's an impulse item that people, the top three reasons, let me start over. The top three things that people do with the glass pumpkin is they buy it for themselves, they buy it to give away as a gift to someone else, or perhaps they're buying it as a decoration for a corporate event or even a wedding. Okay, so those are the three primary uses for a glass pumpkin. It's not like it's a utility, you can't eat it. You know, it's not a candy bar, it's not something that's reusable. It's not like if you buy one, you're gonna need another one next week. You know, it's actually harder than it sounds. And what's funny about the story is that a long time ago, about 10 years ago, I used to sell bowling balls. I used to work in a pro shop. I've tried out for the Olympics about 5 times in the past for bowling. If you Google my name, Sunni Hearin bowling, you'll see that I've bowled so much in my life that these two fingers have actually grown close to each other. You guys can all see that. It's not like that on my other hand. But on my right hand, where I'm a bowler, it actually takes the natural shape of me putting my hand in my bowling ball. That's how many times I've gone live. So I used to go, when I used to work in the pro shop, and selling bowling balls back in Tacoma, Washington, you know, bowling balls are very like, that's niche, right? Like, you know, if someone walks in, it's not like they don't know what they're doing there in the pro shop, you know? So what I mean to say is like, depending on what it is you're selling, some things are easier than others. However, we have competitors in the same space of glass pumpkins that have also tried, hi Squishy, how are you? We've had other people in our same space, our competitors, go live, and they are, in my opinion, not doing it correctly. There is a right way and a wrong way to do a live selling stream, and that will get you results or no results. So that's what I'm here to help you guys with, is to break down those fundamentals. I'm going to take a sip of your live selling. So guys, drop a comment down below. Let me know if you guys have any questions as we're going live here. I got a lot of light coming in all of a sudden on the back of my phone here. But guys, do you guys have any questions for me? Initially, I think my phone is in the sun, and I think that's a bad idea. I might be in a parking lot of a popular food place while I'm shooting this video. So, hi Squishy. Yes, I was. Let me block out some sun here, otherwise my phone's going to burst into flames. I used to live in near Seattle, Washington for 20 years, and then I moved over here to Twin Falls, Idaho about 1.5 years ago. So now I'm over here in Twin Falls. So I've expanded my reach. So not just do I sell with so every Wednesday. Let me start over. So guys, this is part of the problem about going live, right? Like, I am the primary example of someone who stutters. I say and I don't always have all my words put together, okay? That's one of the reasons I love live selling, is because number one, you can be yourself, and number two, you can pivot. If you start, Squishy says she's in Yakima right now. She was stuck, okay, I'm not gonna say that word. She was stuck in Montana. Okay, Montana definitely has its pros and cons, right? Squishy, let me know if you sell any physical items or want to, and so I can give you a quick tutorial if you need any advice on anything. I'll be happy to give you live advice on that. So if you guys are just tuning in, drop a comment. Let me know what you're selling, who you're selling it to, and where you're trying to sell it if you can. Like you could say like, oh, I sell body scrub, I sell on my website, and I sell it to, you know, women, you know, something like that. Kind of give me like who are we selling to and why and all that good stuff. So what's funny is that, you know, it's a lot of the magic comes. Oh, she works at Les Schwab. Okay, you're selling tires. Okay, Squishy, you're selling tires. Okay, so let me ask you this, Squishy. With tires, like obviously there's a way to sell it B2C. So like from you guys to the customer. Are you wanting to sell more tires to customers, or do you sell them? Now, so that might sound like a weird question. Or are you selling them to corporations? Are you B2B or B2C or both? Because I can see a need where you need to sell large amounts of tires to people who are not just walking in. I would suspect that it's your everyday consumer. Okay, so she's got, okay, are you selling sets of 4 tires typically? Are you selling all 4 or 2 at a time? Let me see if I can. My mind's already turned, and thank you so much for this example. This is going to be good. I'm going to love this one. By the way, guys, whenever you go live, I do recommend that you have drinks available. I do recommend that you have at least 1 water, which I have. I like to have coffee if I'm doing a longer live stream, kind of get a little bit of caffeine kick. But you're also going to want to always usually have a drink on standby that's maybe sugary. So that one was like a diet, but like a, and that way the sugar will recoat your throat while you're live, especially if you're doing a longer live stream. Okay. Squishy says mostly 4 tires because people drive a lot of Subarus and they require 4. Okay, so I do know a little bit about that. I have a RAV. I'm in my RAV right now. So typically when you go to get tires replaced, sometimes like if you have a single blowout, you can usually get 1 tire. Correct me if I'm wrong, Squishy, drop it down below. But what happens is you, under state law, like let's say you want to just get 2 tires, they usually won't let you. You have to get all 4. They won't let you back on the road if 2 of the tires have damaged, you know, like the front 2 are new and the back have lower tread and thread count on the tire, because it's a risk. Okay, so Squishy, you're selling sets of 4 tires to customers who drive a lot of Subarus. Okay, right. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm winning one. Okay. All right, so let me ask you this. Squishy, do you currently have an email database of all your previous customers? They probably should, right? Because Les Schwab probably collects them at the time of, I would hope to gosh that they would, at the time of service. Okay, so the first piece of advice I have about this, yeah, through work. Okay, perfect. So hopefully as people are checking out, you should be able to run a report of everybody who already has now she very specifically said she's selling, she said a lot of people drive a lot of Subarus. So I want to start there. Okay. So the first thing you could do is just send out a general email to everybody in the database and run either an arbitrary or everybody's doing 4th of July sales, right? So sometimes with selling and marketing, you just have to reach into your hat and create a reason, right? You could just say, hey, it's Independence Day weekend and we've got a special sale on tires just for you, and make it broad message marketing for anybody who wants tires, not just Subaru, but I would do like, I would blanket all the people who drive cars, and send out an email blast, right? But if you wanted to add some extra layer onto live selling, what you would do was hopefully your Les Schwab, literally, and this is what I would say to them if they were right here in front of me, they would hopefully that your location has a business page on Facebook at least. And the reason I say that is because most people, like, first of all, if you didn't know, Facebook has like 8 times more followers and viewers than Instagram. And even though TikTok is the rage right now, like you got to think about who's buying your vehicles. Like what is the average age of the consumer who's buying your tires, right? They're probably, 25 or up or 35 or up. And especially if they're driving Subarus. So the first thing I would do is send out a blast email to everybody, But I would also craft a Facebook page for your location, if it's, as long as it's not against terms of service, because I know you guys are like a franchise. I would say like 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗃𝗲 Valley, 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗃𝗃𝗁. And then what you do is you can literally go in and invite every single one of your customers if you go in and get their email. Now, okay, now, by the way, I outline this specifically step by step in Amazon. If you want to go get that, my book, okay? But it's in chapter 19 of my book. It's called I for Invite. If you create a private Facebook group with your Yakima Valley, let's say, blah, 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 you can go in and literally invite people into your Facebook group with their email address. So it literally sends them a link and says, hey, you've been invited to the ภิ Valley 𝗟𝗏. Boom, it invites them in. Now, not everybody's gonna click on it. That's another lesson. Some will, some won't. So what? We just need to be okay with that. And then after you start inviting people in, that's when you guys have the opportunity to finally start going live with some educational content. Now, the biggest part about going live is that you need to understand that you also have to spend equal amount of time building your community, like I'm doing right now. So you don't always want to be in pitch mode, right? Because nobody wants constant like, hey, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. But if you balance it with value, so what do I mean? So what you can do is go to ChatGPT, as I'm sure you're already using it, and or even Google, and type in, six things that people need to know, that Subaru owners need to know about their tires, right? It'll literally tell you, bah, 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 bah. So pick 2 of them, maybe, don't no more than 3. Pick 2 or 3 of those things, and then go live in your group and say, and craft a blog post around it, and shoot a video and say, hey guys, 𝗟𝗏𝘃𝗃𝗃𝗃 here. I don't know your real name. Hey guys, 𝗟𝗏𝘃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 here from 𝗟𝗏𝗃 of Yakima Valley. And I'm so excited that you're here today on this special live stream, because I'm going to show you the top 2 things that you need to know about your tire tread before that might put you in danger as we head into the rainy season and the fall season, right? Like, oh my God, I need to know something about my tires. What am I going to do? I'm going to come in, I'm going to watch that live stream, and because now I need to know I'm in danger, right? I mean, we don't want to be overly, don't want to be too fear-mongering about it, but you want to be like, hey, it's a fact. If you don't have good tread on your tires and the rains hit, you're going to be skidding all over the road and you might end up in the ditch. That is a fact, right? So craft some content and start going live, maybe once a week, twice a week, and make sure that you want to stay in front of them. The average consumer needs to see you an average of, between 5 and 15 times. So I guess the average is probably like 9 or 10 before they're ready to purchase. So if they're already a repeat purchaser and they're hearing this message about how they need new tires or they might crash their car, I mean, of course they're going to come see you, right? So that would be my general advice. So just high level one more time, just to summarize it. Craft a broad email to everybody and let them know that you're having a sale on tires, and incentivize them to come in. And don't be afraid to, that's why those popcorn machines in the lobby, let's see, 𝗟𝗏𝘃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 said there's people with almost secondary rubber inner shoulder wear. It's almost gone and still want to get them. Yeah, I was one of those people back in the day. That's why I know so much about tires. I didn't know anything about tires. I didn't know how important they were. I mean, you're talking to the one person that didn't put oil in her Subaru or her Toyota and actually seized up the engine, which I'm told is practically impossible. So I am guilty as charged. I know exactly what I'm talking about here, especially about maintenance topics. 𝗟𝗏𝘃𝗃𝗃𝗃, did that help you at all today? I hope it did. Let me know if you have any additional questions. I am on a low battery. I'm going to have to get going here in a few minutes. But let me know if you guys have any final questions about that process. That's what I would do. And B2B and B2C are primarily the same types of blueprints. It's just getting fronts. Yay, well, great. Okay, well, let me know. Make sure, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe. All those fun things around my channel, please. I would sure appreciate it. And let me know about any future topics that you want, including webinars, live sales, selling, any kind of advertising, with small, especially in brick and mortar, like she's in her tire place, and let me know. And if you get a chance to check out my book, great. Let me know if you have any feedback or comments on it. I'll also be changing the description of this live so it reflects the links over there. I didn't have a chance to do that yet. So guys, I guess I'll go ahead and end the live stream. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you. Drop a comment down below. Let me know again what you're selling, who you're selling it to, who, what, when, where, like how you're selling it, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.